Okay, so for the last assignment for this class, as I've mentioned repeatedly, is for each of the students in the class to write an essay on the adoption of either a parliamentary or a presidential system of government to your country. So, in a nutshell, what this means is that you'll write, you'll need to pick between 2 and 3 aspects of either parliamentary or presidential system that you learned about in class and apply them to your country. So if, let's say you're from the U.S., you should apply parliamentary system, 2 or 3 aspects of the parliamentary system to the case of the United States. If you're from Japan, which has a parliamentary system already, then in that case you would apply features, 2 or 3 features from the presidential system to your country. If you have questions about that, the application of which system to your country you should use, please just shoot me an email and we can talk about that. What you're basically doing in this essay is answering 2 questions. Number 1, what would be the challenges, what would be the difficulties of implementing these particular aspects to your country today? In other words, let's say question time that we talked about last week. If you were to implement question time to the U.S. presidential system, what would be the difficulties associated with doing that? In addition, the second part of the content will be how would your country benefit from having these particular features again. So how would question time be beneficial to the U.S. political system or some other presidential system that you are adapting parliamentary aspects to. So this is the content of it. The challenges, the difficulties associated with implementing them, and then what are the advantages or benefits of having these particular features adopted to your country. Basically, I will be looking at the extent to which you actually understand each of the features that you've chosen. So if you're talking about a dual executive, for example, do you really understand what a dual executive is? Do you understand what question time is? Do you understand what proportional representation is? So I'll be looking to ascertain whether you really understand what that concept, what that aspect is all about. Okay. Then I will also be looking at the extent to which you have really thought about critically what it means to adopt these features, both good and bad, both the advantages and the disadvantages, both the challenges and the benefits. So have you really given this a lot of thought, deep thought, about what this really means for implementing them in your country? Obviously, as usual, I'll be looking at, your writing conventions and readability. So make sure you proofread this. Maybe have someone check it for you, the Reading and Writing Center. Read it out loud for grammar, punctuation, clarity, organization, and things like that. So it flows from the beginning with an introduction to the conclusion at the end. There's no outside research required for this assignment. You are welcome to have outside research, but you don't need to. The reading that we have on the perils of presidentialism can be a source, but you don't have to use it. You can just use your notes from class. So no outside research is necessary. If you do outside research, then you should have a bibliography. If you cite information from the lecture, from any of the lectures I've given on this topic, you should note that in a bibliography, where basically you say, lecture notes, May, whatever the date is, May 3rd or May 5th or whatever, 2021, POLS 105, something like that. Something that I can identify it. The assignment is worth 150 points. I guess you can't see this last one. The essay should be about 3 to 4 pages long. It says double spaced with page numbers, and it is due no later than Friday of finals week. That's May 21st by 2 p.m. And again, you can't see this, but it says you should turn it in via Moodle as a Word document. I would prefer this have it as a Word document as opposed to a PDF file. If you have any questions, I will be, you can ask in class, because I'll ask about this in class, or you can just shoot me an email. Okay, thank you.